Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I just wanted to make a couple of observations. First of all, 63% of all statistics are made up on the spot. And we've heard a lot today about science and evidence. So I went and looked up this JAMA article. JAMA's a great reputable source. And the thing about this particular study is they weren't looking at whether or not an armed guard stops shooting. The actual purpose of the study was to, and I'm quoting, examine the association between the presence of an armed officer on scene and the severity of the shootings. So not whether they would occur at all, but then what happened. And oddly, when you take the time to actually read it and go, what you find is that armed guards were not associated with a significant reduction in rates of injuries, but it had nothing to do with whether or not shootings actually happened. And then the study itself mentions and admits that it is limited. It says it's limited by its reliance on public data, its lack of data on community characteristics, the inability to measure deterred shootings, which were the non-events. And then, God forbid, you look at the tables, there's a ton of missing data. So before we stand up and try to act like we're going to follow science or that somehow we've got something and that other people are just using anecdotes how they want to, I think it's incumbent upon all of us to get good information. And the reality is this study does not support anything that we're being told it supports. Mr. Speaker, I support this bill and I hope we pass it. Thank you, sir.